Yo, what's good? Avery fam. What's good, the apartments? We're back again with another podcast. This is the first ever guest host of the podcast, of the apartments podcast in history. You know what I'm saying? And
Yes,
what
sir.
better host with the most? Scotty too. Hottie. Hey, apartments fans, you already know. And this episode is very special.
It's a send off, man.
It's a very send off,
It's a
very
send-off.
special.
We ain't sad though.
We ain't sad though. We happy. You know what I'm saying? But
Sometimes you get that moment in life, you get a better offer, but we all keep in contact.
keep your contact. So
let's get straight to the point. We got our man Zach. You know, he's faring well, man.
like, moving on to bigger and better things. You know what I'm saying? So man, like Zach, Chris, like where do we start with Zach? Like where do we start?
I'm gonna start my freshman year. I remember, was it? It was. I know it was social media or something. Cause I used to sit in the back, and I forgot how many. Okay, Zach was my advisor. That's how we got to talking.
Mhm.
Okay, he was my advisor, and I think he asked me like what I wanted to do and stuff. And I want to podcast to football. I want to get to podcasting and stuff.
Right.
And one day after class, he was like, stay after. He was like, if you want to. And I finally went up to him and talked to him. Like, okay, I'm going to talk to Drew, whatever. The football game coming up. Come out and give it a try. See how you feel. So we did that. I think, I want to say, did you go with me with the first time?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you did go the first time. So that's the first time we went. And we went up to the booth. We went to North. If you go to Avery, you know what North is. That's the Cougars, homeland. So we went up there and we just got in the booth, man. And we kind of learned the ropes. It was like, and then after that, we kind of, I ain't gonna lie, man. That we built a short little bond for real. I can say that. Cause after that, he had the best interest for me. Anything that could help me in my future, he was right there. Like, look, here's the opportunity. Take it. Just take the risk and take it. So it's like, okay. So that's one thing I say. I feel like he helped me out a lot, and I ain't gonna cry, but yeah, but that was one thing I said that definitely helped me out a lot, and that's when I first met Zach as well.
Respect, man. I think when the first time I met Zach, Zach wasn't even my advisor yet.
Oh, see, I got lucky.
It was Dr. Huckstep, but Zach was my first. He was my first professor.
For sure.
You know, it was intro to media, wasn't it?
I think so, yeah.
Intro to media and like I don't know, it was just like I think I talked to Zach right after class, and it was about the broadcast and everything because he found out I was interested, and like it just went on from there, and like after that class, I'm like, yes, this man has to be my professor for as long as I'm here. He has to be my communications professor, and then he ended up being my advisor. So man, like Zach, really, like you really did open up a lot of doors for me, Chris, and a lot of the guys and girls in the communication program.
Definitely.
Like man, like Zach, we had numerous conversations about just different stuff. Like man, like. It's just gonna be tough to see you go. Like it really is.
But a question for you is that the short time you've been here, did you think you have a huge impact on us? How you did?
Well, first off, that was probably the best introduction that I've ever had. I appreciate that. But I just came into it, Chris, thinking I'm gonna be myself. I'm gonna help people who I see something in, and I'm trying to help everybody, but really pay attention to the people who have something special and they, maybe just need a little bit of, push. And for me, I just try to stay true to who I am,
Respect.
in everything I do. And same thing goes for teaching, broadcasting. Just be myself, and I think that's good enough. And, coming to Averett, I knew I have an opportunity to make an impact with it being, a smaller university. Because sometimes you get into a real big organization or a real big school, it's harder because your relations are less human.
Mm.
You have better human relations when there's a smaller group of people. You really get to know people. You can talk to them about their life, and you spend the time. And you go to a big place, it's usually like hi, bye, real quick, and which I liked about this place. And I'm going to a place that's not much bigger, so I'm hoping that stays the same. But yeah, man, it's been a great 2 years. I've grown a lot too, and I'm glad to hear that I've helped you both grow and others grow. But you guys taught me a lot too. I learned just as much as I hope you learned from me. I learned from you guys.
Respect.
I'm a lifelong learner. I never stop learning. So, I listen to you guys and take that and try to make the class a little bit better. I pay attention to what you like, pay attention to what you don't like, right? I'm not someone who thinks I got it all figured out, because if you think like that, then you really don't have the best interest of others in mind, right?
Mm.
I'm open-minded. I want to hear what you like and what you don't like, what you want more of, what you want less of, and I'll adapt. I'll change. Whether that be the class or how I approach something. So, yeah, man, it's been great. These last 2 years, moving away, moving down south, 7-8 hours away from home, jumping into a new environment, and a lot of good memories.
Definitely. All right, so for the people at the apartments and everything, tell the people, like, where are you going? Like, because I don't think everyone knows where you're going yet. So tell the people where you're going.
Yeah, I'll be starting in the fall, August, at the University of Indianapolis. So it's a Division II school, about 10 minutes south of the city, in a similar role, teaching broadcasting type courses, as well as media-related courses, and some entrepreneurship courses, which was a big interest of mine, something that's kind of slowly developed over time and grown. So hopefully a lot of similar courses, but I think you guys know from having me in class, like, I hope maybe you get some of the education, obviously, like some of my knowledge, right? And I get some of yours. But really, I think education's deeper than that. It's about inspiring. And I think some teachers maybe fail to recognize that sometimes, where they only want to pass down knowledge. And I'm not saying that's not important, but inspiring, for me at least, is a big piece of it. And, when I inspire others, I'm inspiring myself too. So everybody wins. And that's what I hope to bring at the new place. I'm going to go in and be myself, do what I do. And if that's not good enough, then I'll find somewhere else.
Oh, just come back home.
It's just come back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it's all about elevating, you know what I mean? So he started off at a D3. Now you going to a D2. So hopefully, and then, hopefully he'll be at a D1.
Sports Center.
Or that, you know what I'm saying? So,
I got a question though, Zach. When you did bring me and Taj in for our first game,
mm-hmm.
what was going through your head? Because I think we never asked that question. What was going through your head?
Man, before you answer that.
Yeah.
No cap, not to toot our own horn though, but I feel like me and you are Zach's star pupils, hands down. Hands down. I don't care.
I know.
Hands down. Whoever want to debate me about it, we can debate about it. You can fight me about it. Hands down. I feel like me and Crispin are two of Zach's star pupils. No question about it. None. But you go ahead and answer the question.
Well, we came in together.
True.
We all were kind of in that similar boat. We're feeling out a new place, and I think that helped. And, to be honest with with you guys, I saw something in both of you that I saw myself back when I was in those seats, in your shoes, and I said, I think they got what it takes. I'm just gonna, check in with them, try to get them the experience, and let them run with it. So that was all my thinking behind it, and I knew you guys had a passion for it. You were good at it. Both of you guys have a personality that's infectious, and you can't teach that. You can't teach a personality that is able to impact people, right? You could get better at like editing videos or that stuff you can learn, right? You can't really learn influence. You can't really learn personality. You can get better with it maybe, but a lot of that is just, natural.
It's crazy how you say influence. Cause I remember me and you doing basketball this season. It's like I forgot my line. The free throws matter. It became a big thing as I kept saying it, and it's like people hearing it now. Even all-star basketball player on the women's side is Cam. She Miss Buckets. That's my life. So it was. Right. So when you say bring that personality, I didn't understand it until after the basketball season was over with. I was like, people listen to this. People actually hearing this. Like,
for sure.
Like Miss Buckets can't know that's her. When I say Miss Buckets, you know what I'm talking about. When I say free throws matter, you know what I'm talking about. It's like, okay. Right. Like, so I feel like...
And you didn't have to dig deep to find that, right? Like, that's just natural. It's there, right? And
I don't think I gave you the credit for it, but, man, you did one hell of a job that basketball season, bro.
Thank you.
You did one hell of a job.
Thank you, man. I'm gonna keep it together, keep it strong. But it's crazy. Even you said, man, I remember Zach sent me an email from
NC Wesley,
and they coach was like, man, y'all did an amazing job on the mic. And for me, when I'm on the mic, it feel like I'm floating, like I'm just I'm doing me. It ain't so it's crazy. When I do see other schools come and be like, this kid got talent. No. They know what they're doing. And I'm like, they sound energetic. They sound funny. Because at first, I ain't gonna lie, I didn't... Basketball, the only thing that threw me at first, when you start talking about play-by-play and I think, was it color-by-play?
Color, yeah.
Color, yeah.
And I was like, okay. Every time I heard it, definition was like, okay, I don't, like, am I have to be formal with it, whatever. And I remember my first time we did I think it was the boys we did. It was the girls because the boys got canceled. We put a doubleheader. And I was like, and I was just trying to do both because I didn't understand either one. And Zach was like, halftime break, like a real team, like some football team. He the coach on the play, like, look, take your time, let it flow, and what comes. Mm-hmm. So I didn't look. So when it started getting down to that mindset, I was like, all right, I don't have to go out here and try to be a know-it-all professional, let it flow to you. And after that, it was amazing. I was able to blow, okay, number 7.
That was the only time I ever had to say anything, too. You picked it up.
Just click.
That was it.
Man, I was like, man, I started hearing out nicknames. I started getting funny. I think they played Greensboro. They had this white dude, and then that boy Shake and Bake. I had people texting me. I had my friends texting me mid-game. They was like, Chris, you shut up, calling that man Shake and Bake. I was like, oh, people listening. So it was like, it's crazy. And when you don't think about it too much, it's like, bro, I really do this. Like, I learned so much to the point now. It's like, when I put this headset on, I'm a whole different person.
Yeah.
It's like, and people really connect to it. It's like, I think, and for me, when I first started off, I didn't expect me to impact people over the mic. But I feel like with COVID and people having no choice but to listen, I had to. So either sooner or later, they was going to pick up on, they good, or they whatever.
Yep.
So, and all that, so I feel like that was a big thing. And another thing you said be yourself. And that was a big one, too. I feel like the be yourself helped me out a lot when it came to the podcast, coming into this studio every day and be like, man, be you. Hey, what we talk about, be you. Be goofy, be you. And I stay true, and I just stay true to it. And it felt like people, people love it, though. People love the raw, man. They love the raw energy because they know I'm the same person. I take this headset off.
Right.
But when I put it on,
different beats.
If not, people can see right through it.
I know. They really
people know.
They really can tell when you're not ready. It's easy to detect when an audience disconnect from you. You can tell, like, oh yeah, you're not ready. You know what I'm saying? Like, Man, like Zach, you really taught me how to really like paint a picture with my vocals, you know, like with the podcast. Learn how to paint a picture because at first we did not have a camera. At first, we did not have a camera.
Right.
It was just strictly microphones, headset, and Audacity, and just learning how to paint a picture and everything. Like coming into, I was looking forward to putting on the headset and everything from off the get go. Cause I've been told. I don't know if you've been told. I've been told like growing up, like, oh man, like I'm tired. You deserve to be on camera. You got the personality and everything. You could be on camera. You can talk or whatever. And I was looking forward to like after the first football game, when I put the headset on, I felt more at home and more comfortable than anything before. Like just watching it, sitting back and watching football from a bird's eye view in the booth, it's a totally different experience. Like that was my first time really experiencing it, and like just watching, listening to you and Eddie go at it, and then you let me and Chris get on there, and like it was just a whole different vibe up there. Like you just had to be there. Like you really just had to be there.
It's crazy. You said you felt like you was meant for this. Me, I felt like I was meant for it, but I never had that support, I'm gonna say. Like, cause me, I always said I was gonna do podcasting after college. I was like, cause I'm gonna play football. I'm gonna do it after. That's also all NFL players.
Right.
So it was like, and not saying nobody doubted me or nothing, but no one never said, Chris, go give it a try, go give it a try, go give it a try.
Mm-hmm.
It was just like, when I'm said and done, I'll do it. Until I met, and like I said, until we did the football game. And it was like, okay, I could do this for real. Then, whoa. Definitely send that to me. Send that to me. Man,
that's on my personal page.
Oh,
Chris,
man.
you must have been, I don't know. I don't know if that was a different game. That might have been a different game.
He didn't come to the game.
I can't see it ain't getting focused.
But that was the first game.
That was a different game, right?
Yeah, he didn't come to the week afterwards.
That's Taj.
Because you guys were both at the night game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Under the lights, right?
Mm-hmm. I think that was homecoming.
We had homecoming. We did another game before that. I think we did like the JV game.
Something like that.
But
like
I wish I but that was Zach and Taj. That was Taj's first ride. I don't think I got pictures of mine. I got pictures of the recent one though, the one they did a while back.
Man,
but
you still got that photo. That's funny.
But it was crazy, man, because it was like I didn't take like the podcast. I was taking it serious. Like I'm telling you, this going into quarantine summer. I'm done with Zach, but it's always in my head like I could do this. I worked in the studio before, so I know I could do it. But I didn't take it. But I'm like, I'm still gonna wait. I don't got the right equipment. That's when me and Khalil, we went down. He lived in Greensboro. Went to his apartment. Did an episode there. All right, we're gonna keep it on the audio. We still don't know too much about it. One of the first people I thought about was Zach. Let me send this out to Zach. Zach, how you like this? How this here? Because at the time, he was Master Yoda. So I'm trying to get all the information. Like, how you like it? How this sound? He was like, this sound good, Crispin. Just keep going. Okay, whatever. So we kept pushing. Then, and still, even when I got better, Zach was still there. Like, all right, you getting better, but let's try something new. Try this right here. All right, try keywords. Look, here go a tripod. You don't got to invest that much in it. Here you go. So I feel like Zach, you said education. It does matter in the classroom, but I feel like you kind of teach us for when it's all said and done. It's like you could go anywhere. Like I know if I had a call in for a podcast or anything like that, it was like, okay, I could do this. I've done it before. I've been here. This ain't nothing new to me. Just tell me what I got to do, what players I got to do, and how I got to come off. It's like, okay, like so it's way bigger than just, oh yeah, here go a book or here go a classroom. Take this. Might not never use it, but just learn it. And I feel like you went beyond that. It's like, nah, whatever I'm teaching you, you're finna use it when it's all said and done.
I know, Cap. Like I feel like only bought one textbook for you, and like that was freshman year, and after that, didn't use the textbook anymore. Yeah. Like you really opened the doors for guys like me and Crispin that like we're just coming in, we don't know what the hell we're doing.
Not an athlete. Like,
Not an athlete.
We just regular students. So
regular smuggler students. Like
try to find out where you're in. It's like, what can we do? Like,
what can we do?
Like, I don't want to, because for me, it's like, I don't want to join no club. I don't play a sport. What can make me stand out how I want to stand out? And it was this right here. And then, like I said, just get better and better, man. I could really say, because, man, like, now people know who we are. Like, yeah, all right, that's them. It's like, if you need a broadcaster for a game, Chris Tosh, can y'all come? It's to the point, man. I think Chris would have hit me up one day. I wasn't assigned for one. Cause I did more than two. I think I was at enough.
Yeah.
So Chris hit me up. Chris hit me up like, "Hey, yo, can you come do the game with me?" I think somebody bailed on him. I was like, "Bet, I'm ready." Like, you ain't saying nothing but a word. So I think it was maybe the basketball or volleyball game, but it just shows how much people really know. Like, if push come to shove, or Chris and Taj, I know they if they could do it, they could do it. Like, it ain't really no biggie because we love doing it, and then like we were already ready for it.
We were groomed to do it. Like I feel like, especially with this class in general, we had a lot of people in here that was not comfortable talking on the mic and hearing themselves. So like that's why I feel like you paired me and Chris with some of the less experienced people just to get them comfortable and everything. Like that alone, that was tough in my eyes. Like I don't have to teach because I already taught other students. I'm gonna get them to teach their knowledge and what they know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
man.
And when you're teaching somebody else something, you're getting better at it too.
Yeah, definitely.
You're honing your own skills because it forces you to explain it, forces you to like talk about it. And,
no, but I like what you did this year. I don't know where it came from, but I liked it. You kind of forced everybody to start their own little platform. Cause I remember in class, we had Noah in class, and Noah he was kind of like, I don't know, should I start a YouTube channel? Should I not? And it's kind of like, and I think you either you asked me or I just spoke in like, I've been here before, let me give it a whatever. And we kind of told him like, hey, give it a try, Noah. It ain't gonna hurt, Noah. Hey, whatever you love doing, put it on the internet, Noah. Somebody gonna watch it.
Exactly.
Noah. And now it's like, he got his own YouTube channel, and it's like, okay. So it definitely showed what we take from you, we definitely could give it off to other people. It's like, man, don't be afraid. Like
definitely don't be afraid. Like you really helped me like break out of this shell of like talking about like wrestling and like how I'm so passionate about it. Like you'll bring it up like Ty and like so and so about wrestling. I'm like, okay, I see what Zach's trying to do. He's trying to get me to talk about it and feel comfortable talking about it to people because like like this is your passion. Get people somewhat behind you and invest in you and your passion. So man, like get a clap for me, my guy. You definitely get a clap for me, my guy. Definitely, man.
But Zach.
But that would be the biggest gift. Like if you want to give something back, like if I've inspired you a little bit, inspire a few more people. Definitely. Just pass that torch along. Because I think, again, man, when you help others, you're helping yourself. People don't think about it like that. Like people are like, oh, I'm just helping others. I mean, do it because you're a good person too. But in reality, man, it comes back threefold. Like those good vibes, that good energy, all that stuff's real.
Man, like the journey, Zach. Like let's talk about it a little bit. Like your journey, like it's not over. I mean, it's just 31. You know what I'm saying? Still a young guy per se. You know
what I'm saying? Young guy. I like that.
Young guy per se. So like just talk about your journey and like where are you now and what does the future hold for Zach Humphreys?
Man,
Dr. Zach Humphreys. Just add that in there.
Man, it changes, a lot, but I constantly think about it and I constantly know that I'm going to end up somewhere great. And I think that's where you have to start. It's almost like think about the end game and then kind of work yourself back. It's like I know where I'm going to be. It's just how am I going to get there? And the pieces will fall. But I think I mentioned early on in the podcast, I'm a constant learner. I love learning new things. And once I find something I like, I try to get really good at it.
Mm.
And then I find something else I really like. So where my headspace is right now, I want to continue to teach right now. But also, I've got this entrepreneurial kind of spirit going right now. I'm trying to start different businesses. You know, I started
Alpha Box.
Started Alpha Box.
Well, I got no merch, but it's
I'm gonna have to bring something to you guys.
got to, man.
But I started, roasted hot sauce. It failed. It didn't work, but that's okay. A lot of people, and the older I get, the more I realize this. They're afraid to even start.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't afraid to start or fail, and I think that's the mindset you have to have. Don't be afraid to start, and don't be afraid to fail. It's okay. If it doesn't work out, you're gonna learn something from it. I learned a lot from that. I learned I don't want to start any food businesses again, right? I learned how to set up a whole LLC through LegalZoom, okay? That's a good skill. I learned how to communicate with customers, both online and offline, right? So I took a lot of good things. It went on for about a year, didn't work. We moved on. Okay, I take all the good from that and then start something like Alpha Box, where it's hands off. It's not the food industry. It's not making sure things are by code and FDA approved, and right. So, and I'm going to learn from this experience, and I'm just going to keep learning until I get a few things that really take off.
Alpha Box will be in the description. Go get your man some grooming, some
So we got facial products, we got hand and body creams. We just actually added a daily moisturizer. We're working on getting CBD products pretty soon, maybe some CBD gummies. And so, yeah, that's kind of where we're at.
Hey,
Tell an apartment sent you.
Yeah, definitely tell an apartment sent you.
But Zach, from you being the Master Yoda that you are, and seeing me and Todd doing what we doing now, like, what have you seen? Let's get your, I know from a tip, but give us the deep down. What you seen? Like, okay, they went farther than I expected on a time span.
Well, like I said from the top, I knew you guys had it in you. You had that passion. You have that itch. It's just continuing. Keep going. And, there's going to be times where you're going to want to quit. Shit's going to get hard. Just keep going. Because those are the times, at least what I've found in my 31 years on Earth so far, those points where there's a lot of adversity, where you're doubting yourself, where you think it's getting tougher and tougher and you can't win, usually big success is right around the corner. If you can just get through that stretch, usually big success is right there waiting for you.
It's crazy you say that, because remember I used to come to you and be like, Zach, my videos are not hitting. I'm at 3 views. I'm at 6. I'm at 5. Zach, I just had 13 last week. What's going on? And you were like, just keep pushing. And the best thing I could tell you is keep pushing. You're a podcast. This is just something you just have to be consistent with and let it happen. And now it's speaking with Khalil, one of the OGs, me and him speaking. Now we kind of we starting to have special guests. He's starting to use his plug. So it's okay, like you said, just keep pushing. The bright picture is there.
Yeah.
But how much have you learned about the process? How much have you learned since you started it? Because that's the other thing. Just going through it, you learn a lot.
I definitely learned to be patient. I learned I got to be consistent. I got to find my rhythm. But when I first started this off, it was every Saturday. Never did good, but everybody can support you in the first round. Mm-hmm. It's just, I feel like everybody can support you that first round, but that second, third round is okay, are you for real? Are you serious? 'Cause I think, for me, that's how I kind of felt people was looking at. I think people thought I was going to stop after a couple of videos, he's not serious. Mm-hmm. And so for me to keep it going, I'm okay, yeah, now people know I'm serious. So I would say definitely that, just keep going, man, because people definitely going to be he dropped 5 videos, he ain't taking it serious. Yeah, this ain't not serious to him.
Right.
They might, like I said, that couple first videos, I got a lot of support. Man, keep doing this, keep doing that, man. You loving it, yada, yada, yada. Then
Right.
then it died down. That's when we started getting the little slow.
That's a little point of adversity. That little like it's easy to quit right there, right?
Like, you know, it kind of got down like, I'm a little analyst. I'm watching and it was like, alright, so people ain't watching.
Yep.
But in the back of my mind, it was like, be consistent. Then talking to you was like, you understand, you're a podcast. You're just not no YouTube channel. Like, you understand, you're making consistent episodes where they can get there every time. They might not hit that. They might not hit every time.
Yep.
But most of they're gonna be that one that really hit
That's
you.
it.
And so you started telling me that. Then I started watching videos like how to be a better podcast.
Hey, that's one thing you're gonna get on the apartment. It's uncut. It really don't edit stuff.
Yeah, I don't edit. I
really don't edit. You're gonna get some slip ups because it's
but
part
that's
of
real.
learning. It's real. It's real. Very
But,
authentic.
Yeah, so I was trying to find out how to be a better podcast, and it wasn't no clear answer. It wasn't no 2 + 2 = 4 type answer. It was like, you got to push videos out, be consistent. So it's like, okay, everything. So what Zach's saying, matching up with what this guy's saying. So all I could do is put my head down, find topics to talk about, use what I have around me, and keep it going. That. And I ain't gonna lie, I don't think I told you this enough, but thank you, Taj. You don't, like, for real, just being in the class and be like, you wanna hop on a podcast? Let's hop on. You was never, like, you never got shy. You was like, nah, bro, I don't wanna do it. Like, bro, come on, let's do this. Like, what we doing? So definitely respect. I feel like you opened that up for me more in the class this year with Blake and Chris, with me getting Mac on, even Basti and all of them. Like, oh, man, Chris going in? We're going in, too. We know Chris. We know what Chris talk about. So definitely me able to use what I have around me. I love it, man. That's one thing I say. That's one thing I say. I'm glad I like the people around me. They was always willing to help me no matter what the case. So you need a pod, we'll come and slide through.
Look, man. That's why these podcasts is gonna be so legendary because like when we hit big, like I was talking about this first before any other interview. Okay, any other interview, man. Like, bro, but like I seen you, bro. Like. Man, after the conversations you were having with Zach and everything, man, you've been pumping out content after content after content, bro. You really put your head down and start grinding, bro. Like, you really did, bro. Like, man, like, you need to pat yourself on the back, man.
No, we ain't.
Like, bro,
Keep
you just gotta keep going, bro. Like, you've really
but
been
definitely.
pumping, bro.
It's definitely, man. It's just like, but I can say the same thing for you, man. Like, you coming on here talking, always bringing that hype energy. People might think you an OG. They like if you understand, like, I know I bring the energy for real. But when they hear that, Scotty too high, okay, all right. We know, Taj and a bit, like, so it's definitely, and I'm just glad to have y'all on here, because I feel like it might be the same people, but it's always a different personality of that person.
Man, it's always a different
Like,
vibe, man, because the conversation's different.
Yeah.
So I just feel like us three, the people in our advanced broadcasting or classes prior to this, we kind of opened that door up to us like people like I'm gonna say it out there. The apartments will be a part of Avery when it's all said and done. When people think of Avery, they're like, okay, the apartment started here. Avery will finish as
the apartments.
like
definitely.
I'm sorry, like Avery, y'all will be coming to Crispin Jackson, but like. This is what happened. The apartments really opened this door for us. Because I really feel like people sleep on the communications or they just don't take it serious. Not saying understandable. Some people got different majors, so I can't say that.
Yeah.
But I just feel like you don't know what this can do. And I just feel like what we doing, by the time we graduate, we gonna shake the room.
Going like
I love the vision.
groundbreaking. Like I told Zach before, like I feel like the Avery Communications program, after we graduate, it should be the biggest major in Avery. It should be the driving force for Avery.
Cause I really feel like we are the, what's it called? The forefathers? The four horsemen, one of them. I feel like we that, like,
The founding fathers.
there we go, like,
I like the Four Horsemen better.
Cause I don't really think nobody was taking communication serious. Like, people might knew what a class was, or Black Candy this class for a credit, but no one thought, oh, I could benefit for this, or it's teaching me something. Like, I went in like, I could benefit from this class, and I was like, now you got people like, I know Stan, he took communication out, he changed his whole major to communication.
Yeah.
Oh, major.
So it's like,
it's
Then-
not even like. It's
Then you got go on.
no, I'm sorry to cut you off, but like it's not even like the broadcasting class. It's like communications all over. Like you got some dogs in communication, like for real, some grinders. Like,
Man, shout out to Kelly and Sarah.
Sarah, like those two
Well,
definitely came to
yeah.
mind. Like yo, they really
Like Kelly, if you ever watch this, Kelly, when you watch this episode, hopefully you do. Hey man, I won't be surprised if you running a company. You might need you an apartment. Man,
Grayson.
Yeah, Grayson's another one, man. Doing NASCAR,
Scar, man.
Mhm.
Like, oh man.
Man, we got Montrain on doing broadcasting last year.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
man,
So-
man, just watching those guys, it made me really want to do it some more.
Chris
too.
Richmond's been doing the PA announcements.
Yeah,
too.
see, so like, man, it's definitely open.
Man,
doors,
dude, my bad. Another shout out, to Blake, man, my dog.
Blake, hey, Blake,
Hey,
Blake.
Blake's another one,
Doing
man.
hoops and football. With
Yes,
you.
sir,
definitely.
Blake. Yes, sir.
And he started his own YouTube channel.
Man.
That's another one who kind of
Panthers,
fell
man.
in love with it real fast as well. Like he fell in love with it this class.
This class.
Advanced broadcasting was able to get Blake in
And
here.
I think, that type of energy where everybody's building each other up rather than competing and saying, oh, I'm going to, do this and I got to keep this person down while I get ahead. Man, when you got it the other way, when everybody's kind of working on their own project or whatever, but you got all this support, right?
Definitely.
Everybody's like, hey, I support what you're doing, man.
It's
I love that.
Healthy
Keep going.
Healthy,
Keep
healthy
going.
competition.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Mac with the
person can say,
YouTube
hey.
channel.
Yeah.
We had Mac
yeah.
with the vlog. Hey, Mac, I like the vlog. All right, Mac, slide to the apartments, post apartments. So it's like, I really feel like this communication, even if you're not in advanced broadcasting, but if you're in community, it feels like it's family orientated.
Yeah.
I can really say that. We might not see each other like that, or we might have different ways of doing communication, but it's definitely a family aspect.
For sure.
So and I just love it, dog. Cause like I said, nobody shied away from coming in. Me and Taj come in, me and Zach come in. I'm in with Blake. I'm in with Mac. My other class about the social media,
Digital and social.
digital and social. That's the first time. I think that's like the first time we finally like kind of got to see each other.
Oh,
Stuff
right.
like
Yeah, we
that.
came in the studio.
Hey, y'all,
Yeah.
I ain't gonna snap. I've been seeing y'all class on Avercom. Y'all class look fun as hell. I'm like, man, I need to be in there. Like what they're talking about.
So yeah, just able to now. It's like when I go in, or when I come in, it's like, hey, Stan, you wanna go in? Isaiah wanna go in? It's like, yeah, we'll go. It's like it ain't.
Yeah.
It ain't, nobody shies away, and I don't, maybe it's because what they see now, I'm like, okay, what they do is pretty fun, or when I see him do it, he real serious about it, so I know about going, like you said, maybe when they feel like when they going with us, it's kind of like a little relief, like, okay, I don't gotta do too much, or I'm gonna talk too much, he know what he doing, and I respect that, because I feel like, I feel like we get into that. We ain't Master Yoda yet,
Yeah,
but
we
we
ain't
get
Yoda yet,
like if someone come in, say someone brand new come in with us, we will make them feel comfortable. We know how to take the nerves off on them. Like, no, yo, look, I got you. If you want me to talk, ask a little questions here and there, give me your opinion, whatever. And I feel like, and
you start understanding like people's style when they want to come in, when you gotta kind of lead the conversation, when somebody else got a lot to say. That's all part of it, man. I mean, you guys are growing each and every time you do this. These reps, like in the short term, you don't think of it as like all these reps, like, but over time, these reps, like, you're getting so much better. I mean, you take a snapshot, like, just the reps you get in a month. Okay, now 2 months, now 3 months, now 4 months. You just come into it month 6 with a whole different mindset.
nah, I could definitely say I have got better. Like, hearing myself on the mic, me going from I'm not saying, I won't say I was nervous, but me going from like, now I sound clear. Like, when I talk, you hear my voice. Like, it sounds like that.
Yeah.
So, for me going to like, I'm here, kind of keeping it normal, it's like, nah. It's like, nah, it's to the point where now I feel like I bring on a character to the podcast. Like earlier today, you saw it, I bring on a character, man.
Hey, when y'all get a chance, y'all tune into that episode. Really, it's a whole different side of Crispin that you never seen before.
It's talking about dating, right?
Like what? Oh my gosh! Oh my!
Online dating.
So yeah.
I don't want to give it all
We
away.
can't spoil it, man. You gotta tune in. You gotta tune in.
Hey man, hey, definitely tune into that episode. Like before you watch any other episode, watch that one. Definitely watch that one. That's a must watch.
For sure.
I might go back and watch it myself because
that one,
Hey, that was OD, man.
But man, that's just like.
Man.
Is there anything you're gonna miss in Averett?
Yeah,
like any places, or you like I remember.
Yeah, I mean, for me, like the people make a place, you know. So I'm gonna miss the people first and foremost. It's hard for me to like compare it to something right now, you know, but you know for sure, all of you guys working for Dr. Huckstep with Dr. Huckstep. I mean, it's been great. She's let me kind of do my thing, you know, and really like that's important because some people, you know, depending on where you work, some people kind of micromanage everything and they kind of like make sure you're doing it this way or doing it that way. I had free reins. I can, you know, she let me kind of handle that side of things with Sportscom, and that was great because then it just allows me to be myself.
Shout out
Dr.
Shout out Dr. Huckstep. Yeah, that's another. I said this on the previous video. The two biggest impacts to me, Zach, you're the biggest impact communication-wise with me learning how to use it in the real world and how it benefits me. Dr. Huckstep, she's a big impact for me because she kind of gave me the inside of it, like the textbook version, like how it's supposed to be used, when it was created. And I feel like you need that. You definitely need that.
You need both.
So, definitely.
You definitely need both.
So I feel like I got best of both worlds.
But yeah, man, I'm gonna miss this too. You know, just hanging out in the studio, talking shop, podcasting. Man, I'll definitely miss that, and I hope I get some students who are as good as you guys and some of the other ones that are willing to.
They kind of stretching.
We out there right now. We out there.
Kind of stretching it that one.
It's gonna be tough. No, I mean seriously. I really, really cherish these last 2 years. It was great times, great memories, and you know, you guys, you got my number. You can always call me.
Sure.
And we can.
Need you to come back to the apartments if it got to be a video.
Yeah, we might have to bring them back.
Do a Zoom episode. We could do that.
Definitely.
I'm gonna need a little update, man. How it is up there. You know, definitely gonna need that. Gonna definitely need books you on. You know, I know we. Okay. We got this episode that we never got. It kind of hurts, man.
What?
It was the self-care and the wealth. We never got it. So
why we we recorded
it, but we couldn't send it to each other.
We couldn't send it to each other.
So how about
man?
So how about for the farewell, we give that episode while we have it now. The self-wealth and self-care, we getting to the point.
You don't have to do it by yourself because you know I got a place to be. So you know, wait.
What's up?
We don't have the video, but I'm pretty
have the audio?
I'm pretty sure we got the audio.
No, I think back then I don't think I was saving audio on Punch.
Yo.
I don't think I saved that audio.
Really?
You joking, right? Are you really joking?
I might have it on audio.
Dude, you joking, right? Oh man.
I got that one.
You sure?
But no. All right. Let's give a short time.
You want me to give you a couple books, or you want me to just end it with that, or?
We can give a couple of little teasers. I'm trying to say, so let's give a couple of little teasers.
Yeah, a couple of teasers what we were talking about.
I feel like I was in a flow state. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna start.
It's hard to kind of come back.
Okay. So the first thing we talked
about,
we was talking about wealth. He was teaching us wealth as a young dude, like how he kind of came, what the books he read, and we got to the stock market. He was saying how it works different. Because of me, I wanted to know. I was like
more about it.
Yeah, that too. And I was like, okay, if I get into it, how can I cash out? What was it called? He was like, you could cash out this way if you choose to, but you was like, if I was you, like if I was to get into it, you will wait to do it. I forgot what it was called, though. How to cash your money. I forgot.
Yeah. So, you want to be. There's two different kind of philosophies with investing. Long-term investing, which I classify as stocks that you want to hold at least for 10 years, if not longer.
Mm-hmm.
Now, other people day trade stocks or what's called swing trade stocks. So they're trying to get that quick come up, that quick pump, then dump it, right? Make a quick $400 or $500, dump it. Make a quick $300, $400. The problem with that is you might win sometimes, but most of the time you're going to lose because at that point you're gambling, and you can't time the market. People who think they can time the market, they think they got a crystal ball. They always get proven wrong. But if you say, I'm going to buy Apple stock today, and I'm going to hold it for 10 years, there's a damn good chance you're going to make some money on that investment, right? So, and this isn't something that is coming directly from me. I mean, this is Warren Buffett's philosophy. Warren Buffett's probably the most well-known investor, some say the best investor of all time. He invested in Coca-Cola and McDonald's before they were Coca-Cola and McDonald's, right? And you don't have to invest in everything. You want to invest in things you understand and or use. Those are the best things to invest in. Because look at this, I invest in Apple. I know the product. I use it. I love it. I'm a loyal customer.
We ain't giving out. Hey, right? Apple, we're not giving out shout outs.
So if I'm using, if I'm using this and I know it's great, why wouldn't I want to own a little piece of the business?
So look, we got a Mac right here, another iPhone.
Why wouldn't I want to own a little bit, make some money back on this phone that I always use, right? I mean, this is a great product. My Mac, great product. So those are the type of companies you want to invest in. Microsoft is another great one, right? You play Xbox all the time?
Facts.
No. That's Microsoft. I
don't play Xbox, but
but no, we
Apple,
get you.
Tesla, Netflix. These are the type of companies.
Didn't the company just have a big one like is it Coinbase?
Coinbase just had their IPO, which means their initial price offer. Mm-hmm. They just became public on the exchange where you can buy it. Now crypto is all held on Coinbase, so it's the number one place in the United States for cryptocurrency, Coinbase. But another good company. But the question you got to ask yourself, am I willing to hold this for 10 years? Mm. Am I willing to hold and buy more throughout this time frame? And if the answer is yes, that's a good company to invest in.
All right, so we talking about the self-invest part. I know you say you got to go, but Taj, can you give me that hour?
It's an hour, man.
We got 47 minutes
47 minutes.
We're 47?
47
we had 47. Hey, man, this could be like the second hour one we did. Like all three of us, the second one.
Solid, yeah. So, a big thing I'm on. Like I know I need money in the world, but I'm big on the self and the mental health. So,
yes.
What kind of keep you at calm or at peace?
You can't have wealth if you don't have health.
Facts. Man.
Kids,
hey,
man.
Health comes first. Mental health, physical health comes first, then wealth. Then, when you put it all together, you have success.
You have the complete package.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Health and wealth equals success.
Yeah, because I'm big on that. Like, for me, I know I need money, but if, like, okay, prime example, I know I need money, but when I do this podcast, why are you looking at me like that? What's up?
I was yawning.
But look, I know I need money in the world, but I feel like when I do this podcast, it feels like that myself, I'm okay. Like I'm okay. Like in my mind, in my body, I know the money's coming, but this makes me happy. Yeah, I find peace.
You need that,
and it feel like so.
That's the thing. When you find that, that's something you want to make money at because you got the best of both worlds. It's making you fulfilled, it's bringing you happiness, and it could bring you money. True. Just keep at it. Yeah. That's exactly what you want.
And one of my ways I kind of keep myself happy or keep going. I take time to think, man. I really do. I'll try to think. What else I do? I reflect. I reflect. Like when I'm having a bad day, I try to reflect. I try to reflect and say, okay, how much good have I done to get here to make me feel like I'm down bad? Mm-hmm. I had to do something good. So okay,
for sure.
Let me think of all the good I did, and it helps, man. It really did. Okay, you gotta understand. For you to me to feel this way, I had to accomplish something already. So that's one way I do it. I would say just think. Try not to overthink, and just think about the good. And I always try to tell myself I'm not finished. And I think that's how I kind of carry myself and my self-confidence. I never really got into reading the books, but I heard they're good as well. Mm. But
it depends on the book you read.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You don't want to read any and everything.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? The stuff that you feel most passionate about,
Mm-hmm.
and the stuff that like you feel like it can help you read those books.
All right. So, Todd, sound like you read books. Have a book you read helped you with your self-confidence or just self-care?
Self-confidence. I don't really read books for self-confidence, but I will. I'm ready to start one. It's a book called How to Influence People, like Win and Influence People. I forgot the whole title, but
Oh, is that that's an old book? Napoleon Hill? Is that a Napoleon Hill book?
I'm not sure.
Or Joseph Murphy book?
It's one of those like learn how to influence,
Win and influence people.
win and influence people.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start reading that. But one book I read is the Game of Life and How to Play It.
Mm.
That's one book I'm reading now, and it's a good book. I'm gonna reread it a couple times. I'm ready to start jotting down the notes and stuff that I take from my reading, because like you'll read it and then
Forget it.
you'll forget it. You know what I'm saying? So like I'm ready. That's what I'm ready to start doing, and just start jotting them down. But like I really got it out in the whole reading thing and everything. But I start looking like motivational videos and videos like that. Like I look at videos on charisma all the time. Like I really think I study Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Kevin Hart, all of those guys. I study them because those are the dudes that have enormous amounts of charisma, like enormous amounts, and like I learned that, and I want to be in that position, like those guys. So,
What about you, Zach? What's some books that kind of helped you down the line, or that's still helping you to this day?
Yeah, man. I not only like read, I like to read,
Mm.
but I'll tell you the other thing I do now, and technology's great, audiobooks.
Yeah.
I got the commute now from Danville to Greensboro, so, okay, when I come into the office, that means it's 50 minutes one way. So that's 100 minutes that I could be putting crazy good thoughts and ideas in my brain,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Instead of listening to music.
Instead of listening to music. And I know, like, some people are like, man, you don't have any fun. Like, what do you do for fun? What's your life to, I don't really know how to respond to that, because to me, that's fun.
Mm-hmm.
To me, like, bettering myself by listening to books, like,
It's fun.
is fun.
Success is fun.
Yeah. Like, I still listen to music, by the way. It's not like I'm, like,
Yeah.
hating on music, but the one I've been listening to lately is The Psychology of Money. It's good.
Psychology of Money.
Psychology of Money. I'm almost done with it. I gotta probably finish it on my way home, actually. That's a good one. Rich Dad, Poor Dad.
I heard about
Great
that.
book.
How's that?
Excellent book. It talks about how growing up in a situation doesn't necessarily have to define how your rest of your life plays out.
Mm.
And I didn't have the best of situations. I didn't have the worst of situations when I grew up. We didn't have much. We lived in like a duplex. My dad worked a lot of odd jobs. Rarely saw him when I was young. But I watched him kind of move up and him kind of take that philosophy in the book and change. And now he does way better for himself and my mom. And so I kind of had a little bit of personal experience watching him do that, which probably helped me stay motivated in life. But then reading that book kind of put it all together, and it gave me a different perspective and a deeper perspective on it. My all-time favorite is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. It's a 1937 book. It's just excellent, and it still rings true today. The Power of the Subconscious Mind is probably my second favorite. That's by Joseph Murphy. Really old book, but just talks about how like feeding your brain with thoughts enables you to like subconsciously live the life you want to live, and consciously. And it's deep, man. But it's pretty self-explanatory too. Like once you read it a few
What's
times.
the name of that book again?
The Power of the Subconscious Mind.
Gotta put it in my notes.
You can honestly, man, YouTube is a great resource. You could pull up any book for free. You don't even gotta like pay for it on the Audible app. Like you can find pretty much anything out there on YouTube for free, and that's what I do.
See, these do like tons of books that like
Okay.
that I didn't.
You got a list?
I created a list of. Oh, there you go. How to win friends and influence people.
Yeah, Dale Carnegie.
Yeah, there it is.
Dale Carnegie's excellent.
Yeah, it's just. What's the name of this book? You said?
The Power of the Subconscious Mind. Yeah, the Think and Grow Rich book, man, it's great because Napoleon Hill, it's fascinating how he even came to write the book. So the preface kind of talks about this, before the book even starts. He had this job, right? He was a magazine writer. And his job was to interview rich and wealthy people.
Mm-hmm.
Now, some people would just do that job and make their paycheck. He was like, man, I can interview and learn from all these people and then do it, right? So at this time, he got called to go interview Andrew Carnegie, who at the time was the richest man in the world. And Carnegie founded the steel industry, which, the steel industry back in the 30s and 40s, that was
crazy.
it.
That was booming.
I mean, that was it. That's like the .com in the 90s, right? That's Amazon in the
I thought he did oil.
Andrew Carnegie.
What did Rockefeller do?
Was he oil? I think he was oil.
Rockefeller.
I think
Might
he
have
was.
been oil.
I think he was oil.
Carnegie was steel.
Okay.
So anyway, he goes to interview Carnegie, right? And usually his interviews would last like an hour. And so he goes through his whole process, and he had his everything lined up. He's like, okay, thank you, Mr. Carnegie. I've got everything I need, and I'm gonna go up and write this, and it'll be posted in the magazine next week. Blah blah blah. And Andrew Carnegie said, Napoleon, would you want to hang out for a while and write, a longer piece or a few? I think I got some other things I could tell you, I could share with you. And Napoleon said, yeah, like how long are we talking? And Andrew Carnegie said, well, I've always been thinking about, writing this book. Maybe you could write it for me because you're a better writer. And he said, well, yeah, maybe I could. How long will it take? Andrew Carnegie said, well, 20 years. The next 20 years. And Napoleon paused and eventually said yes. Andrew Carnegie said, if you'd have waited 10 seconds longer, I would have told you to leave because you need to be a quick decision maker. That's step number one for success. And he stayed with them the next 20 years and then wrote the book on success. So that's why it's still still the top seller in success books ever.
What's that book? I feel like that book is on my list. No cap.
Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill.
Okay. So when you're having a down,
it's number one. It's number one.
So when you're
I
having
know
a
the
down,
audio books on for free on
Oh, yeah,
YouTube.
definitely.
Yeah.
So when you're having a bad day, Zach, I know you started going hiking and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Does that help you clear your mind of the negative thoughts when you're having a bad day or anything?
For sure. Working out, I'm an avid gym goer 5 days a week.
5 days a week, man.
Oh yeah. I have to. Yeah.
I love it.
Always wasn't like that. I mean, probably 3 years ago, I got real serious. Because I'll be honest with you guys, 3 years ago, I was in a totally different place mentally. Before I got to Averett, I was at my lowest of lows. And that's why I told you, like, I'm not just throwing BS and hoping it sticks. Like, I was at my lowest of low, and then right around the corner, I'm at my highest of high. And I'm hoping that I know I'm going to still go higher, right? But I just kind of know how low I was, and then, man, I got through that, and then greatness is here, and I'm still working on it. But working out, meditation, reading, things like the books I was telling you, audio books. Bro, you should never be bored. I can't stand when people say, I'm bored. I wish I was bored, ever. I'm never bored. I got too many things I want to do. I got too many things I want to pursue. I'm never bored.
That's a new way to look at bored.
Yeah, you should never be bored. If you're bored, like...
You ain't doing nothing.
Yeah. I mean, I can't do all the things I want to do.
That's what bored is. You're not doing nothing but... you really, like,
literally and...
Like, literally, like, you're not doing anything.
But yeah, man, find things that you have to find things that kind of take your mind away from the monotony of life too, because life is hard. If you always stay like super in it and super serious, you're not going to be able to maximize your potential. So you have to like break away and pay attention to yourself. Know when you're getting stressed and know like, yo, I got to put this down. I'm not writing this paper anymore. I'm going to the gym. I need an hour, 2 hours, whatever it is. I need to go walk. I need to go hike. I need to go whatever, and do that. Like that's putting your health first, and you come back, you're refreshed, then you can go back to whatever you need to do.
What about you, Taj? I think one time when we did have this conversation, I think you said you kind of walk around Danville.
Walk around campus.
Go for a walk. Yeah.
Go for a walk. Yeah, I do that too. And another thing I do now is that I turn on wrestling. I really turn it on. I consider that film study. I step out of the fan side and I look at it as it's like I'm back in like football in high school and we're prepping for a team.
Yeah.
And like I study it. I don't write it down, but I take mental notes in my head. And that's like can really make my whole day. Like I had like an episode, I was in a funk on this past weekend. I was talking to people after I got off the phone. Looked at my phone, I put it down, and I just turned on some wrestling, and like I was completely out of the funk as soon as I turned it on. Like it's a different. I get into a different headspace and different type of space once it's on, and once I turn it on, like I completely zone out. I forget about what I was dealing with or what I was going through. I turn it on.
It's like meditation.
Like meditation. Right. That and like putting outfits together, different outfits together on my phone. Like I do that, and it clears, like it gets my mind clear, and I'll be fine. I'll be fine while I turn on some music or something.
For me, music is definitely one, and taking a shower, like just to, yeah.
Respect.
Like when I having a couple of days ago, I was thinking, I just my mind just kept running. I was like, let me take a shower, let the water hit me, clear my head a little bit,
No doubt.
Yeah, so showers definitely help, and just
you take cold or
hot showers.
Hot showers. Really hot showers or
like
just
in between.
I respect.
Hey, like when it started to sizzle, let me turn this on a little.
Respect. I feel you.
But yeah, I think definitely taking showers, because my biggest problem that make me feel that way, in my head, I always feel like I'm not doing enough. Like I always feel like I'm failing. Always. It's like, am I doing like?
That's a good thing though.
You're always gonna be your biggest critic. Like you yourself. Like you always.
That's why. Now I understand that. That's why like no one can tell me nothing. Only time it might hurt for someone telling me something if I care for that person. Mm-hmm. But most of the time it's like, you ain't like I'm my biggest critic. What you telling me I already told myself, and I feel like I haven't been thinking about it lately, but I definitely had them thoughts. So it's like I'm not doing enough. I'm failing at this. I'm not doing enough, and it's like. You can have the good thoughts I had the good thoughts, but like you're doing enough. You're progressing. You're progressing. You're doing it. Progressing. What is progressing? You're making progress.
Yeah.
So it's like, but sometimes that negative thought just be struggling with like, nah, you ain't doing enough. You're failing. No, you're not there yet.
But here's the thing, Chris. The fact that you're recognizing it, that's a big step.
Self-awareness, man.
Self-awareness, and they're gonna come and go, but just make sure they go.
Yeah.
Make sure they don't stay. Right? So, like, know when you have those thoughts, like, okay, negative thoughts are back. Okay, time to kick their ass again. All right, so let me go get a shower. Yeah, let me do whatever I need to do, clear my head, start putting positive things. But for me, that repetition, and it almost changes the way you think, man. Like, it's called auto-suggestion. It's a chapter in Think and Grow Rich. And I'm to the point now where, like, I very rarely even think negatively, and it was something I like taught my brain to do. I mean, I still have bad days. I'm not perfect by any means.
We
right?
all do.
We all have bad days, but I'm able to just pick up on it quicker. I'm like, oh, I ain't going there. No, I ain't going there.
No, but it's crazy. Your negative thoughts, they sneak up on you.
Yeah.
When you, like, least suspect, you could be in the room vibing. As soon as you, like, lay back in your bed, here they come.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
I got you on a good
Right,
Friday,
right.
didn't I? But it's
Right,
like-
right.
So that would just be the crazy part, and you just be sitting there like, wow, I'm thinking, like, you ain't talking to people. And I feel like as a man, we do talk to people, but it's just harder for us to do it. So you
Right.
don't. So you just let your mind. You kind of
Keep a lot of stuff in.
yeah. So you just
Yeah.
let your. So for me, I just let my brain battle with each other. Like, all right, who gonna win? I'm trying. Like, who gonna win?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna hold you guys, but I really vouch for therapy. Talking to a therapist, because
Mhm.
I was skeptical of one. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need no therapist. I really don't need a therapist. I'm fine. I don't need no therapist.
Yeah.
But once I started talking to one and everything, like, it's better.
It's good.
It's better.
I thought about it, but then I'd be looking up like, that's a lot. I thought about it. Like, maybe
give it a try,
should
bro.
I talk to someone then? But like, my life not that bad. I don't gotta talk to someone.
But you know, you never. Your life might not be that bad, but like, it's still good to talk to someone that like you notice they're not gonna judge you. It's
Right.
different from talking to the boys, you know what I'm saying, and then talking to someone else, you know what I'm saying. 'Cause-
Well, I kind of have that relationship with my auntie. I know it's family, so it still could be like judgmental. But every
Yeah.
time I spoke to her since high school, everything always been, I'm gonna give it to you raw cut. This what it is.
That's good. Yeah.
This is what it is. This how I be. And she always made me feel like this is your life. That's whatever decision you make, that's you.
Yeah.
So that's my therapy. I call her to her everything. 'Cause I know it ain't.
But I think you're right, Todd. I think having whatever that person is, like, who doesn't judge you,
At
that you can
all.
just
like you didn't
get
know.
anything off your chest, because it's hard to do that with somebody close to you.
Yeah.
But like somebody who you know, you don't have to like go eat with or see. You know what I mean? It's just like, it's nice.
Yeah, definitely.
It is.
Definitely.
I've been to a therapist a few times. It
Yeah.
works. Yeah, it works.
It really do. It works.
Well, that's our final note, man. Go if you're a man out here and you are going through things. Not even a man. If you're a person in general,
In
going
general,
through things.
just go talk to somebody.
Yeah, see a therapist. Like it, man. If you want to, I say take some of the books they name. I'm not a big reader, but definitely take some of the books they got.
Man,
Take some of these tips, man.
Man, just final words for Zach, man.
Well,
on camera.
I ain't gonna call it a farewell. Like I said, I still got your number, so it ain't really a farewell. Man, hey, go out there and take it over, man.
That's it, man.
Stunt,
You guys keep killing it too.
For sure.
for sure, man. Stunt the ground, man. Hey, make an impact, Zach. You left one here, and we're gonna carry it out for sure, for sure.
Appreciate that, man.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's definitely not a farewell. It's more so.
We'll see you again.
We're gonna see you again.
Yeah.
We're definitely gonna see you soon. Definitely gonna see you soon.
See y'all out there.
Hey, man.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Man, y'all tuned into the best podcast in the apartments, Palais.
You got
Sir.
this? All right.
Palais Bull.